So, anong nangyari doon sa ano? Anong napag-usapan yun doon? Kano kanina?
Saan?
Sa birthday.
Hindi, yung
sa StoryCon?
Kasi last week kasi ang usapan natin was Malacanang coup. Ayon kay Manny Magato. Para may disclaimer tayo. This week, mukhang Senate ko pinag-uusapan.
Yes.
Mukha bang munuti ka na matuloy ito o hindi?
Hindi, dahil nga wala silang numbers. Yung majority nag-meet last week at ang agreement nila ay walang kakalas. Probably to...
This is 15, di ba? Ito yung 15 na bumoto kay...
Wala ni isa yung nagsabi na siya ay aalis sa majority. So, the 15 stays. No? At isang dahilan ay stabilizing factor si Tito Soto sa Senate. After nung turbulence nitong mga nakaraang 19th Congress at yung early days ng 20th Congress, ay nakakapag-stabilize siya. At saka, imagine mo yung itsura ng Senate kung magpapalit ka for the third time ng Senate President in less than 3 months. Tapos baka next month magpalit ka uli. So, ang tawag ko nga kay Reg, ano yan? Mansary. No? Monthly anniversary.
Talagang hindi ko alam definition ng monthly. Between the two of us, who do you think would know better?
Siyempre, millennial. Di ba?
Pero wait lang. Paano nag-consolidate? We were just talking about...
Ako kasi dairy eh.
Dairy ano?
Daily anniversary.
Daily anniversary. Every day is special.
Of course. No.
Oh my God.
I live it as if it were the last.
Hindi lang siya...
The only way to live.
Hindi lang siya international man of mystery, international man of romance siya.
Oh my God.
You should take that out.
Parang nag-acid reflux si Reg. No?
Oh my goodness.
So, 15 ang bumoto to install Tito Soto.
Hindi, there's a question there. Paano naging 15 because when just a few days ago, Senator JV was saying
that was not a few days ago. That was more than a week ago.
More than a week ago. So 4 or 5 sa kanila. 4 or 5 sa kanila were thinking of going independent because they were unhappy about the direction of the Blue Ribbon Committee hearings.
Well, in circumspect, nakita naman nila na yung initial na emosyon nila nung pinag-isipan nila ay hindi makakatulong sa Senado at sa kanila. No? I presume, no? Ayoko namang sabihin na sinesecond guess ko sila. No? Kaya...
Hindi ba yun political calculation lang? After the pushback, the public outrage over it?
Yes, bahagi yun. Definitely. Kaya nga, ang tingin nila, kung mapapalitan si Tito Sen ngayon, ay hindi lang yung Senado ang tatamaan. Sila individually ay tatamaan. Yung mga aalis sa majority. Kaya siguro, after serious thought and calculation, ang tingin nila ay mas mabuti pa na manatili na lang sa majority at i-retain si Tito Sen as Senate President. Lalo na yung alternative kay Tito Sen ay hindi rin naman na katanggap-tanggap sa kanila.
Sino ba alternative?
Si Alan Peter at saka si Marcoleta. Mukhang acceptable pa sa kanila si Robin Hood Padilla. If ever.
Talaga?
Kumpara sa dalawa.
It's all relative, ganun. Pero however you look at kasi...
Pero sa akin naman, hula lang yan. Hula lang.
But however you look at it, 15 senators for the majority, that's a very, very small margin eh.
Especially since 2 of those 15 are dalawang bilyars. At isa ron,
aliado.
At isa ron ay isang Cayetano. Na yung kapatid ay leader ng minority. Diba?
Na gusto raw maging Senate President.
Yes. Of course. No? At nung hindi na niya kaya maging Senate President, nag-call siya ng snap election. Believe ka? Resign all. No? At sabi ng isa niyang kapatid, okay yan, basta mauna ka.
Ikaw muna.
Pero yun nga eh.
Parang dysfunctional yung pamilya.
Pero kung ang lit ng margin mo eh, whatever you do, you're going to be, walking gingerly.
Hindi, kanya nga anytime, it can change. Anytime it can change. Pero at the same time, yung mga pwedeng nagbabalak na iwanan yung majority, ingat din siya. Dahil mahahatulan siya ng publiko eh. Lalo na kung yung pipiliin niya ay hindi katanggap-tanggap sa publiko. Lalo na kung yung pipiliin niya na magiging bagong majority ay pagtatakpan yung investigasyon sa corruption. No? So, yung hindi ganun kadali. No? Dahil nasa kon sila ngayon eh. Hindi lang yung majority ang walking on on eggs, no? At this point, no? Mismo yung minority ay very sensitive ngayon. Paano sila hahatulan?
What do I always say? The power of Congress.
Direction of
hindi
people.
ba? The power of Congress belongs to the people. Tawa kayo ng tawa. You think it's naive, but they're very sensitive to public criticism.
But on the other hand, you're looking at elections 3 years from now pa. Kakatapos ko lang ng election eh. So, and the public tends to be fickle-minded. Ngayon, galit sa'yo, pero baka next year, happy-happy na sa'yo yan.
Probably. Pero last midterm, may bagong element eh. Yung public na kabataan. Hindi mo sigurado kung yan ay makakalimot.
And they're very civically engaged.
Grabe almost every day. Nakikita niyo ba yung mga walkout sa mga eskwelahan? Sa Cebu, sa Bicol,
tapos may isa
sa
pang March,
Bulacan,
scheduled
sa
for
Mindanao.
November 30.
Iba yan, ibang element yan. Wala yan dati.
Madali mag-walkout sa eskwelahan kung gusto mong hindi pumasok.
Wala yan dati. Pero makikita mo yun.
Iba yung walkout ng panahon mo. Kasi yung panahon mo, pag mag-walkout ka, delikado ka sa
akala
tisya
ko
mo.
nga wala na yan eh. Akala ko nga tapos na yan eh. Pag nakikita ko yung September 21, kung nandun ka, pag makikita mo itong mga walkout na nag-i-stay for hours sa kalsada, tapos sigaw ng sigaw, tapos may sarili-sarili mga placards, this is a different element.
Meron pa isa, on November 30. May isa pang
yes, and going there, magkakaroon ng mga
organized.
nationwide mobilizations.
Ano sabi ng organizer? It's gonna be bigger, wider, fiercer than September 21. So mukhang may momentum, right? That's the unknown element at this point.
Tsaka imaginein mo kung yung mga senador na ayaw ititigil yung investigasyon sa kanilang mga sarili ay maglalakad sa kalsada at babatuhin ng itlog yung kanilang mga BMW at saka Tesla. No? May ganung possibility dahil galit yung mga kabataan Galit yung tao. No? Kahit saan ka pumunta, jeepney driver, sidewalk vendor, taxi driver, lahat sila galit No? Kung masusubukan yung sumakay ng jeepney at saka ng taxi at saka ng
that's the kind of thing that
fishball,
happens in other countries pero hindi dito kasi masyado tayong mabait.
Pero yung galit ng tao, I hate to be I hate to have the pail of water to douse all the flames. Nakita mo ng September 21 yung galit ng tao is also very specific to kung sinong kanilang sinusuportan at sinong kanilang kinaiinisan. Kung tanungin mo mga DDS, galit kami sa mga korap, kagaya ninyong BBM sa mga Piklawan. Di ba? Kung tanongin mo naman yung mga pro-BBM, galit kami sa mga DDS. Ganun din sa Pinklawan. So to each his own idol, to each his own devil.
Pero may generic politicians. Generic yan No? Yung mga senador, yung mga binanggit, nila Bryce, nila Undersecretary Bernardo, Diskaya, Alcantara, no? Yan ay neither DDS, nor Pink, nor BBM. Mas generic yan. Dahil ito, ang tingin lang nila dyan ay corrupt. Ang tingin lang nila dyan ay ninakaw yung kaban ng bayan at nakita yung daan-daang milyon sa taas ng lamesa ng
the billiard table.
Billiard table. So, ganun ka-graphic Ganun ka-graphic. Iba pa yung individual na BBM, Lenny, Rafi Tulfo, iba pa yon. Pero itong Senado at saka itong Congress, hindi ganun kakwan yan ka-specific. Ang tingin sa kanila, politicians. No? At imaginein mo kung ititigil mo yung Blue Ribbon, tapos papaltan mo yung Senate President dahil nga iniimbestigahan kayo, ibang galit yun. At nakita mo naman, yung statement ng simbahan. Dati hindi lang lalabas ng simbahan ng ganyang statement.
Yung CBCP
Tell us
statement.
about it. Ano yung sabi ng CBCP this weekend?
Na yung kung babaguhin itong liderato ng Senado, at this point, ngayong ganito ka-volatile, itong anti-corruption movement, that will be a very negative factor.
Wala naman, they didn't mention Senate specifically, pero it's very clear what they're referring to. They said,
I saw Senate
Senate mismo. So they're warning on leadership changes mismo. Warning on leadership changes.
Very specific sila And that's surprising. Parang they don't usually do that.
They don't.
Kala ko nga kanina babasahin mo
Binasa ko part of it.
Yun yung medyo controversial, yung mentioning the Senate. The possible change in Senate leadership.
But won't the church look like it's siding with siding with a specific group of politicians in the Senate?
No,
I doubt it.
no, they're calling out corruption. They
I
called
doubt
out
it.
corruption in general, right? They want part of the letter said, the ICI has to do the following things to ensure transparency, right? Which is also what we're calling for. Complete transparency, end-to-end, from the buong process, di ba?
Actually,
Hanggang ngayon, hindi pa nila
yung nakita ko
ma-prompt.
dalawang survey ng WR numero at saka yung SWS a month ago, halos pareha sila eh. 28% ay basically supportive sa mga Duterte, 19% supportive sa mga Marcoses, 16% supportive sa mga Pinks, at saka 37% neither. All of them. Laki nun, ha? Ibig sabihin, meron kang ganung component ngayon. At yun yung pinanggagalingan nitong anti-corruption. No? Neither BBM, neither Duterte. No? Mas malaki pa sa kanila.
Which,
no?
Almost 40% ang wala sa ano.
Tapos kung isasama mo
actually, it should be bigger.
kung
it should
isasama
be
mo yung
more,
Pink, that's more than 50%.
Yung 37% na yan, it should be more like 50%. Dapat,
Tingin ko tumataas siya.
yeah.
No, tumataas. That was made last
This
August.
shouldn't be colored by political colors.
August
It
yung
should just
panon,
be,
yung field panon. At tingin ko after August, ang dami na nangyari. No.
So anong yung sinasabi mo? Tama lang yung sinasabi ni Alan Peter na dapat mag-resign all na lang para start from scratch?
Hindi, tama yun. Kung mauuna siya mag-resign. Sabi nga ng kapatid niya, di ba?
Si Lino.
ulitin
Hindi
ko.
mo magkakapatid, dalawa?
Ulitin ko, walang legal basis for snap elections in this country, not to
Tama.
mention who's going to call elections,
Yeah.
right? If they all resign.
It would
Who's
have to
going
be
to fund a
Congress.
new round of elections, right?
Hindi, pero kung mag-resign
I think,
kung may mag-resign kasi si Alan, hindi kailangan na legal basis.
pag siya lang.
Yun na.
But to call everyone else to resign. And I think maybe he knows this. I'm sure he knows
He's a lawyer.
this. Oh, he
Yeah.
knows this.
Pero si Chistin,
Pero
lawyer.
I don't know. Yeah.
Gusto sabihin. Balik ka muna konti. Yung 85 na snap elections, how different was that? Was that from any proposal now on the table for snap elections and resignations?
Well, nakafocus kasi yon, hindi naman sa resign all eh. Nakafocus yun sa presidente.
Isang tao lang.
Isang tao lang, di ba?
Parang you're challenging my legitimacy. Sige, let's do
Let's
battle
call
on
for
that.
snap election.
Na-provoke siya nun eh. Sa isang interview, di ba?
Had to be the international stage pa talaga eh.
At saka, hindi question na legal basis eh. Authoritarian yung gobyerno at that time. No?
Yeah,
Walang
that's true.
87 constitution nun. No? Kaya, walang ganong klaseng legal technicalities or hindrances at that point. No? At saka, iba kasi yung pressure nun eh. Talagang pasabog na yung sitwasyon nun eh. Di ba? Napatay 83 si
Economy was in shambles.
Ninoy, yung economy pabagsak.
The peso was
ang daming civil disobedience, ang daming lakbayan, no, all over the place, no, halos araw-araw may rally, no, at saka nakasentro sa kanya lang. No?
Which chamber of Congress is doing better in handling this, sa tingin mo? I mean, pareho silang they both took a hit.
Well, ang Congress
Senate
ngayon
and
kasi,
lower house.
less talk, less mistake. Hindi mo napapansin.
That's why tumahimik sila, no?
Di ba? Tahimik,
Oo
di ba?
nga. Oo nga, biglang suddenly walang hearings, walang press conferences,
Although, tingin ko kung magsa-survey, mataas din yung credibility ng Senate under the leadership of Tito Soto kumpara kay Chis Escudero. Dahil nung panahon ni Chis Escudero, talagang very volatile, very divided yung Senado, tapos ang daming galit, no? Kaya tingin ko, tama naman yung consideration ng mga ibang senador na tatanggalin mo si Tito Sen, hindi lalong magkakaroon tayo ng pangit na perception, pangit na optics.
Yung Duterte Black Book sa Senate, how strong are they now? I mean, we saw them wield their power nung impeachment vote eh. Di ba? Anong vote nun? 18 or 19 for the archiving. And people saw that as
they're still very strong. Yung humanitarian resolution, kita mo naman, 15 yung bumoto.
15.
Diba? So malakas pa rin sila. Pero pag pinag-usapan na yung leadership ng Senate, tingin ko hindi sila ganun kalakas.
Because ultimately, the vote is each man for their own. Right?
24 separate republics.
Oo, you're gonna make a calculation based on what's best for you and your career. Not for,
At saka siguro yung fear din nila, nakikita nila nangyari sa Nepal, nangyari sa Indonesia, nangyari sa Bangladesh, sa Belgrade, no? Ngayon ay may dalawa pang bansa na similar.
Morocco.
No, Morocco, tapos isa pa So, ibig sabihin,
Pero hindi ka ng Pilipino po. Resilient to Pilipino.
pero,
Tsaka mabait.
Resilient.
And we're forgetful.
pero,
we forget easily.
pero hindi rin kasi nila nakita yan until now sa ibang mga bansa No, wala naman silang basis for comparison Hindi naman sila ganun ka-intelligent para i-compare na, hindi mangyayari dito yan. No?
Actually, Nepal nga, nagulat ako. Alam ko, Nepal, very ano sila. very sedate sila. Hindi pala.
Diba? Tapos nakita mo naman yung kaunting, kahit maliit pa siya, yun nangyari sa Menjola. Yung mga jeng-jeng, yung mga gangsta, no? At hindi
ba bayad yun?
Possibly, no? Whether bayad o hindi. It happened. Kahit naman bayad ka Ikaw ba, tatalong ka doon sa mga shield ng mga pulis? No? Lulusob ka, mambabato ka. Kahit bayad ka, hindi ganun kahakwan yun. Hindi ganun kadaling bilhin yun. No?
Sino yung nagsabi sa atin that it could be, if we have a second envelope type situation, that could be a potential trigger for an uprising?
Yes. Kaya nga kung
Sino
magsasabay, papalitan yung Senate
ano kaya
President,
yun?
tapos ititigil yung Blue Ribbon, that could be a trigger.
For what?
For whatever unrest na pwedeng mangyari. Ang nangyayari naman kasi dyan, usually series of triggers.
No.
Yeah.
May build up hindi
halimbawa,
naman just one thing.
Halimbawa, yung envelope, hindi naman yun nangyari in a vacuum. Bago nagkaroon ng envelope, marami ng mga rallies, marami ng mga bakbakan.
Tapos exposes,
marami ng polarization. No? Ganon din yung EDSA. Going into EDSA, it took several years ng maraming triggers. No? Yung EDSA Trust din, ganon din. No? Na muntik na rin. No? Nung 2006 ni GMA, muntik din yun. So may mga close calls na for different reasons na pigilan. Ngayon, medyo hinog yung landscape.
Oo nga.
No? Dahil nararamdaman mo yung
The clergy is speaking out.
Oo, pinag-uusapan all over the place. No? Communities, mga associations,
kahit saan.
Mga Zumba associations.
Zumba.
No? Marami ako nakita, mga Zumba.
Ibig sabihin, nag-attend ka ng mga Zumba.
Zumba for good governance.
Zumba against corruption. Meron sila ngayon ganun. Fun run against corruption. Dati every Sunday kasi, may mga communities for health reasons, nagpa-fun run. Ngayon ba? Nagpa-fun run sila against corruption. Nakita mo yung September 21, may mga naka-Zumba costumes nandun, no? Yung hindi makapunta, ginawa nila sa kanilang mga localities. No? Kita mo yung nagmamantsa sa Hagonoy, sa baha. No?
Sa baha. Nakikita ko ngayon, Facebook groups amongst business owners calling for a boycott of paying their taxes.
Business owners?
Oo.
Ganun sila, ganun ka lang sa nila ngayon,
hindi naman tycoons, pero yung mga small Facebook groups of small
kasi nga bully mga tycoons
SMEs, right?
Parang tayo.
Calling for a tax holiday or a boycott of taxes.
Sabi ko nga sa'yo, di ba Ed, nung inabutan natin yung 80s alam natin gano'n yung nangyari. May civil disobedience, may mga boycott,
ang hirap
mga corporations.
Huwag tayo inom ng San Miguel. Parang, sige, para sa bayan.
Diba? May
San
mga
Miguel na yung option nyo doon.
Yung lahat na sumusuporta kay Ferdinand Marcos, pinapa-boycott. Mga companies. And it worked. No?
Samaman sa loob namin, pero sige, para sa bayan.
Di, tsaka yung pakiramdam mo, before 83 kasi, nag-rally ka, parang solo nyo yung rally. After 83, pag nag-rally ka, may nagdadala ng tubig, ng soft drinks, ng sandwiches. Pag nagmarcha ka sa kalsada, naglalabasan yung tao, binibigyan ka ng pagkain. Iba yun No? Iba
What's it gonna take to appease the people this time? Sino ang kailangan makulong here? In order for the people to see, okay, may accountability naman. The justice system works.
Tingin ko this year ay magkaroon ka ng 2 senador, 7-8 congressmen.
7 or 8? Ang dami naman.
October na, this year.
Hindi, kasuhan mo lang ng plunder Kasuhan mo ng plunder. kulong yun.
Well, nagka-case build-up na, di ba, yung
Hindi
NBI?
na kailangan ng case build-up sa plunder. Parang habang umaandar yung kaso, nakakulong ka eh. No?
Mahirap
Habang umaandar yung kaso,
i-prove ang
nakakulong ka eh.
plunder eh.
Ha?
Hindi ba mahirap i-prove ang plunder? That's why malversation of falsification of documents yung charge kina muna.
Mahirap i-link
DPWH.
directly, lalo na indirectly. Kasi, for example, yung nangyari kay Bong Revilla, ang
Yeah.
nakulong si Cambe, yung kanyang
Yes.
chief of staff.
Pero-
Si Bong Revilla.
Hindi.
That's why I'm
Pero
saying
nakulong
mahirap
na ilang taon si Bong Revilla.
Oo.
That's true.
Bago siya napalaya.
Palaya.
Di ba?
Tapos pinapabalik sa kanya yung pera. Teka, yun na naman yung perang yan.
So, ang mahalaga kasi optics eh. Makita ng tao, may nakulong.
Anything
Meron
less than that is
Actually, yung forfeiture, pwede nilang gawin eh. Pwede nilang gawin yun eh. No?
Yung civil forfeiture? Hindi pa siguro. Freeze pa
may
muna.
law against ill-gotten wealth,
pero-
remember?
From 1955 pa yun eh. But you have to be able to establish first yung benchmarking mo, magkano yung kanyang assets before.
And for that, we need the SALN.
Oo.
Actually, madali yun.
Mabilis lang yung SALN.
Madali yun. Ito yung
The
salin mo, ito
government
yung
can
properties
subpoena
mo.
it. Oh,
No?
yeah.
At least yung wala sa ibang pangalan, ayun, kunin mo na.
Yeah.
Kahit symbolic lang. Diba?
Anything over and beyond
Pwede mo
that.
i-triangulate yan eh. LRA, properties, houses, lupa, mo at saka ng immediate family mo. LRA, LTO, mga sasakyan mo at saka ng immediate family mo. Diba? AMLA.
You know,
Oh,
ang
yan.
isang problema is a lot of them have bagmen. Diba? Who's the...
Hindi,
Sino
kaya-
yung lumabas na bagman ni
Hindi, kaya nga hindi naman lahat
alleged
makukuha
bagman
eh.
ni DPWH
Kaya nga
engineer?
hindi naman lahat makukuha, pero I'm 100% sure merong lalampas sa SALN.
Meron.
Oh, parang ito kay Saldi, itong kanyang assets, air assets na almost 5 billion.
Oh.
And hindi yan nakalagay sa ibang pangalan. Nasa kanya yan. No?
Well, you know what else is being linked to him is yung the luxury resorts, Misibis Bay resorts, right?
Hindi, pero dati pa yun eh.
Oh.
Dati
Kanila
pa
yun
siya,
dati
no?
pa.
Bago
Dati
siya
pa yun.
congressman eh.
Bago siya naging politiko.
Kontratista pa siya nun eh.
Oo.
Well, that's the other question. Paano mo masiseparate yung timeline here? Pwede naman yung sabihin, I accumulated all of these before I became
Salin.
a
That's where
corporation
Salin comes in
share.
eh.
SALN nga eh.
Pero
Kaya
ako kasing reference point ko, for example, si Marcos, ang laki ng discrepancy ng SALN niya, it wasn't called SALN in 1965 eh, SALN niya, and yung pinagtatalunan ng GR 152-154, which is $680 million. In 1965, ang kanyang asset declaration was 120,000. And then yung kanyang supposed bank account sa Switzerland, 680 million coming from $300 million.
Yeah.
Ang laki ng discrepancy, but it took the government 16 years to get that resolved. So, kasi if you have the money, pwede mong patagalin, pabayan at delay lahat eh. So, it does take even if it does sound very simple, just prove this, prove that, and compare the two, and see this discrepancy.
Sinasabi ko kung may
It gets difficult din eh.
decisiveness yung leader. Halimbawa, former Senate President Enrile, kulong. Diba? Anak ng isang former president, Jingo Estrada, kulong. Yung isa sa pinaka-popular senators, kulong. Diba? Ex-President Arroyo, kulong. No? Kahit pagpalagay mo na yung kaso ay tumatagal pa at eventually napalaya sila, during that moment, no, nakakulong sila. No? At tingin ko, at this point, medyo mamimitigate yung outrage ng tao kung makikita nilang mangyayari yon. No, yun ang sinasabi ko. Yung kaso can proceed. Diba? Pero nakakulong. Nakakulong.
Yeah, I get you. But also, do you want to mitigate the outrage? Or do you want to push it some more?
If you're in power, of course you want to mitigate the outrage, right?
Halimbawa, yes and no. Gusto mong ma-mitigate yung outrage para hindi pumunta sa something extra constitutional.
Like junta.
Yes. Pero at the same time, gusto mong ma-sustain yung outrage para maging basis for a new movement which
For
will
real
create
change.
new leaders for the next 2 years sa 2028. In just 2 years, campaign period na eh. Diba? So in 2, mabilis yan ha. Ma-harness mo yung outrage na yan towards alternative politicians. Anti-dynasty, anti-corruption, no? Anti-impunity. Then you have a slate, at least for the Senate, na 12, no? Na winnable. No? Yun ang sinasabi ko na outrage na isusustain, no? pero towards a constitutional trajectory, a political project, an electoral revolution. Kumpara dun sa throwing the baby with the bathwater sa isang military junta.
No? Ayaw mo rin kasi ng okay, happy na tayo. O, solve na tayo lahat. Tapos back to normal na naman tayo.
It won't happen.
Ganun,
It feels different. I don't know.
It won't happen.
Of course,
it felt different in 86.
It felt different in 86.
It felt different in 2001.
Does now feel different from 86 o pareho lang?
86, bumagsak yung diktador.
Outrage talaga 86.
Pero bumagsak yung diktador. No? Ang problema ay meron kang 11 coup d'etat from 87 to 89.
Because the genie was out of the bottle eh.
At na-pressure yung gobyerno na ilagay sa back burner yung kanilang reforms. At tinanggap uli yung mga dynasties na tinabi mo nung revolusyon. Dahil nga, na-weaken yung state. No? Yun yung nangyari noon.
Even
and
the
yun nga,
reform
it
was
makes
shut
the
down.
opportunity to institute reforms after that revolution.
Yes. Halimbawa,
kaya hindi malakas yung institutions natin ngayon.
You have to survive eh.
After no 87 Constitution, di ba, ay pwede ka nang gumawa ng implementing law kung yung Kongreso ay hindi dominated ng dynasties. Dahil nakabalik yung dynasties dahil sa compromises.
Of course, hindi nila papasa yung anti-dynasty law.
82 elections. Kung nagsama si Danding at saka si Imelda,
92 elections.
92 elections. Panalo sila. Hindi si FBR, hindi si Miriam Defensor. Kulelat nga yung beneficiary ng EDSA eh. Si Salonga. Siya pa yung kulelat. Di ba? Oo. Pero kung nagsama si Danding at saka si Imelda, parehas pro-Marcos, hindi sila nag-away, they could have won. Imagine mo.
Si Mitra, naiwan siya.
After ng revolusyon, nakabalik yung Marcoses. Diba? So,
na si Mitra kumain ng alikabok.
Oo. Si Mitra kasi yung trapo nun eh. Siya yung parang image ni De Venecia. Diba?
Pero with this administration, meron ding problem of optics in terms of I see some people questioning why the good guys are being sidelined. Kunyari kay si General Torre.
Well,
people thought he was doing good job, tapos biglang one day, ayan, wala ka na.
Well, pero hindi mo na sigurado how good he was.
Talaga, merong There's also
hindi ka sigurado. No?
Backroom issues.
Ngayon, halos nakalimutan na siya. Diba?
Kaya nga, that's what people saying. Kasi for a time,
ang mali ron ay
he was a
binild
star.
up siya ng gobyerno, tapos tinanggal siya. Diba? Parang nangyari kay Magalong. Binild up mo, tapos nag-resign. Ngayon, ang kaibahan kay Magalong tsaka kay Torre, nandiyan pa si Magalong.
Diba? Kasi mayor pa siya.
Hindi lang.
He's still talking.
Siya. Telegenic siya. Lagi siya nasa TV. Lagi siya nasa podcast, no?
TV-friendly din si General Torre. Diba? He was very quotable. So this is what I'm saying. There was Torre, there was Magalong, tapos ngayon, potentially si Lacson.
Actually, mas quotable nga si Torre kaysa Magalong.
He's very quotable, he's very media-friendly. So again, yung parang
pero
may pattern eh.
Mas may sophistication si Magalong kaysa
that's true.
kay Torre.
So
dahil naging politiko siya.
Diba? Optics-wise, hindi maganda. It doesn't reflect well on the administration.
Tama.
Na all these good guys.
Tapos yung alas mo, yung ICI, leaves much to be desired. No? Dahil yung mga composition, maliban kay Babe Singson, ay laid back. No? Tapos ginawa mo pang norm yung secrecy rather than an exception. Dapat pwede namang may executive session.
Oo. May
diba?
reports na isa lang yung, out of the three of them, the two wanted transparent proceedings, isa lang yung may ayaw. There were some reports of that.
Couldn't they have overruled the...
Kaya nga, that's what you would
Unless
think. But because this is a new body, hindi natin alam how the dynamic is inside. Baka yung chair. I'm not saying I know for sure. I just
baka may
heard
gusto
somewhere. Oo.
Kanya nga, kahit siya ay independent body.
Diba? That's what we were pressing Yusek Claire Castro on Friday.
Parang hirap na hirap siya sumagot, diba?
Hindi ko... I mean, it's an independent body, I get it. Pero as the president, you can say, oy, bilisan nyo naman, or oy, open up your proceedings,
Inaalalaya
right?
ko lang nga eh. Halata ba? Inaalalaya ko lang nga siya.
Ang bait-bait mo nga eh.
Inaalalaya ko lang nga eh. Hindi pa na-maximize eh.
Pwede naman yung sabihin, right? It's not an order. It's a suggestion.
George pressure.
He's the one who created the body to begin with. Diba? So, ano naman yung sabihan niya, live stream your proceedings. Make everything transparent.
Tapos, magkaroon ka lang exceptions. Diba?
Exceptions?
Hindi, halimbawa, executive privilege.
Okay.
Diba?
But sa mga really sensitive.
Parang sa mga hearing ng Senado, o ng Kongreso.
Public.
Generally,
Tapos,
it's public. Except for specific cases where people are in danger or national security is in danger. Then you can go into executive session depending on the circumstances.
Kaya
So,
nga
ano
kung ititiklop mo yung Blue Ribbon, tapos yung ICI ganyan, tapos nakatiklop na yung TRICOM, ano magiging image ng gobyerno? Na wala naman pala nangyari dito sa anti-corruption drive mo na dinajustify mo bakit ganun kabagal. Dapat hindi mo na ginagawa yun.
You mean yung latest BBM podcast interview? Sabi niya,
oops, bakit kinakailangan ba niya sabihin?
hindi naman daw he didn't start this all out of political motivations.
Pero sinasabi niya, kailangan ng maraming ebidensya, maraming case build-up, dahil baka matalo sa kaso. Nagkwan siya nagpaliwanag siya sa presinto. Dapat hindi mo na ginagawa yun.
He's in perpetual deflection.
Oo, dapat ko na.
Is it a deflection?
Dapat ko na.
Everything.
Dapat yung mahiya naman kayo moment,
Yun you have momentum
Puro gano'n na. Puro gano'n na ang bibitawan mo. Yung iba mong mga underlings ang magpaliwanag sa presinto. Huwag na ikaw. No.
Ay, Bok, saan mangyari sa atin? Ano mangyari sa atin? You really think by the end of the year, meron ng mapaplander na kaso?
Ang nangyayari kasi ngayon, yung nag-feel nung political center, nung political vacuum, yung nag-act as fulcrum dito sa mga divergence political actors na ito, for now, is the church. No? Ibig sabihin, mas marami nakikinig sa kanila kaysa sa gobyerno. At this point.
Which church?
Catholic Church, which is about 85% yung buong populasyon.
There was another church in the equation 2 weeks ago.
Yes. So ngayon, nagle-level up sila. No? Nakadalawang pa na sila eh. 2 letter in 2 weeks. No? And people are listening.
And si Cardinal Tagle mentioned it in his homily. Corruption. And yung problem with the politicians.
Cardinal Ambo, lagi namin na-mention yan, almost every other day. Tapos even si Cardinal Advincula ng Archbishop of Manila, no? Anong tawag doon?
Pastoral?
Hindi, yung tawag doon sa prayer na yun, yung Latin term, no? Nagpakuan siya eh. For all the churches sa Manila, to ring their bells, no? etc.
Yung parang
yung orasyon,
may COVID, may special prayer.
Di ba? So, all of them are leveling up. No? All the cardinals, all the bishops. No? Si Cardinal Colin, yung nag-lead nung trillion peso march, na ngayon ay coalition na. A movement na. No? Hindi na siya march.
You have something coming up for the 30th of
November.
Bonifacio Day. Di ba? National Heroes Day din.
Bakit matagal pa yun eh?
Oo, pero ang call nila kasi, katulad ng ginagawa ngayon sa mga schools, build up. No? Katulad ng ginagawa ngayon sa mga key cities, build up. No? So, maraming mangyayari. Hindi siya yung parang maghihintay lahat hanggang November 30. No? Maraming events na mangyayari.
What I'm looking out for is yung what they used to call in the mga 1989 era, yung mga era ng coup attempts, the confluence of events that will make everything ripe for whoever's plot to mature. Wala bang concern na gano'n?
Yung mga bagay na yun, hindi na pa plano eh. Hindi na de-design eh. No? Sumusulpot siya.
It will just happen.
Sumusulpot siya like the envelope. Diba? Sumusulpot siya. Usually, yung mga pinaplano mo, hindi nangyayari.
Parang
the well-laid plan of mice and men.
Well,
Sabi ni John Steinbeck.
The conditions are ripe already. The outrage is there. The clergy is getting involved.
Dahil ayaw ng clergy magkagulo.
The AFP is a question mark at this point. Hindi ko alam where they are right now.
Oo nga, paano yun? We were waiting for a word on what is going to happen with the AFP.
Well, si General Bronner gave a press con, right, with the FOCAP saying, inamin naman niya that
they were approached by
certain quarters to convince them to defect.
Pero kung ito kasi mga retired generals, sabi nga niya, ay kinukumbinsi siya na sumama sa isang coup. Dapat then and there, kinulong niya. hinuli niya.
Sedition.
Inciting to sedition.
Ano, inamin niya na
What does that mean?
kinukumbinsi siya na sumama sa isang coup.
You're saying kinonsider din niya? He wavered.
Ibang usapin yun. Ibig sabihin, kung hindi niya kinonsider, dapat kinulong niya yung mga...
Actually, that's a good point. That's a very good legal point. That would have been inside. What's also interesting with what Bronner said was, miniting siya ng mga retired generals, sinama niya yung hierarchy ng AFP.
Well, kung totoo yung sinulat ni Manny...
Ba't sinama yung hierarchy ng AFP?
At in-inform ba niya yung kanyang boss, yung Secretary of National Defense?
Did he?
Oh, that's a good
In-inform ba niya
question.
yung presidente? In-inform niya after the fact. Dapat in-inform niya before. Dahil very delicate yung meeting na yon. Inamin ba niya yung sinulat ni Manny Mugato na humarap siya and 3 more high-ranking generals dun sa isang influential religious group?
Sect.
No? Ito kasi si Manny Mugato, ano mga sinusulat no?
Sabay nakukuha yung mga yan.
Sabay na nakukuha yan, no?
Lurker din yun eh.
Oo.
He lurks everywhere.
Baka makulong din ako kasama mo.
Diba?
Kasi kwento ko ng kwento.
Sino?
Hindi mo lang verify with a second source eh, no? Basta sinulat na.
Then, sabi naman ni Mogs, he got in touch with
with another source.
I don't know if I can say the name. Another general.
Yes.
Okay.
Tago na lang natin siya sa...
Initials na.
Si Army General.
Dati yatang may importanteng role.
So, the fact na inamin
Very
yun ni
important
General Bronner, was that a signal to the administration?
Una, dininay niya
that there was a
more
coup.
than a week ago.
And then
Tapos
suddenly,
inamin niya last Thursday.
So, what is he
Tapos
signaling
nagsalita
here?
pa siya sa FOCAP. Diba? Yung parang kung didiin siya ng mga taga-FOCAP, may hirapan siya sumagot. Sinabihan mo ba yung boss mo? Sinabihan mo ba yung presidente? May chismis na may kinausap ng religious group. Do you categorically deny that? Diba?
So, was he signaling something or nadulas lang yun?
Ayoko siya i-second guess eh. Hindi naman ako Manny Mugato.
But he only has a year left on his tenure.
Mahaba yun.
Mahaba yun, oo.
Mahaba yun.
Yung iba nga ang hiksi. Iba, wala pa isang taon.
After what happened, baka, who knows, baka may
perhaps
sa
some in the
AFP.
government are thinking of asking him to resign. But even that could be a trigger.
Oo,
Kaya
delikado
maingat
yun.
sila.
Delikado yun.
That's true. That's
Ano yun
true.
eh,
no?
Pwedeng
Uunahan
kay
mo na
Torre,
lang eh.
hindi siya trigger dahil pulis eh. Hindi naman
this is
pinafactory na
army
trigger sa mga ganitong klaseng mga coup. Pero Armed Forces Chief of Staff, paparesignin mo, that could be a trigger. Kaya siguro maingat din ang gobyerno.
So what's likely to happen to him?
Well,
Or what are the options open na lang? What are the options open to government in dealing with this
yung
group?
consequence, unintended consequence nung sinulit nitong Manny Mugato ay medyo kung meron mga nagpaplano, medyo umatras sila. Dahil under the microscope sila ngayon. No? So
that's a good thing. On the other hand, there's also a bad thing kasi now they will do their planning more carefully and in a more quiet
underground.
fashion.
Oo. Pero in the Philippines kasi walang itatago eh.
Wala.
There was 89 book.
Oo. Actually, may intel sa 89. Hindi lang,
that's also
in-ignore
true.
lang. In-ignore lang.
Minsan kasi yung noise gets confusing eh. But yeah, when you have kasi all these reports, parang which do you believe? You do a check with your service commanders na, are you with me? They will all say yes, we are.
Of course, to your face, they'll say yes.
Yes, we are.
Well, magsisimula naman yan sa single source information. Tapos maghahanap ka ng 1 or 2 corroboration. At may 1 or 2 corroboration ka, then more or less confident ka na. No? At kung ikaw ay journalist, medyo ililik mo na. Kung ikaw ay intelligence officer, sasabihan mo na sa mga boss mo. At yung mga boss mo, sasabihan yung mga boss nila. No? Para sila. No? Nakagwardya na. Dahil kung nakagwardya na, hindi ganun kadali. Dahil ngayon kasi, hindi na yung classic coup ang mangyayari. Ang mangyayari ngayon is a total withdrawal of support by the chain of command. Dahil na-traumatize na sila noong 89.
Hindi ba that is a classic coup?
No, a classic coup is a section of the military launching a power grab.
Coup d'etat is by definition a violent
power grab.
of power.
A withdrawal of support is more or less peaceful. Dahil wala nang lalaban eh. Lahat kayo mag-withdraw ng support. The chain of command.
And then the leader has no choice but to step down. Yun na nga.
Yung 86 was a classic coup. It was a power grab na nag-fail. At nag-fail, nagkaroon ng people power.
Dick Morales, hinuli.
Yun kasi yung classic in my mind. 1980s.
Hindi, understandable naman. Wala namang coup sa loob ng kuweba.
Oo nga, walang coup sa loob ng kuweba. It's very peaceful inside.
So between now and the 30th of November,
very kanya.
Lahat tayo, it's all in flux.
Pero in theater hooks pa rin yung marami. Dahil nga very delicate eh. Dahil nga weak yung political center, very volatile yung landscape, tapos may a lot of forces waiting on the side, waiting to pounce.
Yun nga eh.
Talagang kanyan. Delicate yan. Anything can still happen. No? Kaya nga ang sinasabi ko, nagle-level up yung church and civil society para ma-mitigate yung ganung klaseng threats. And for now, it's working. For now. No?
But it could change very quickly.
Kaya nga. Pero in 2 weeks, makapaglabas ng statement ng CBCP, ibig sabihin, very concerned sila.
Yeah.
Isipin mo, Boka, what if lang? What if natuloy yung Senate coup d'etat? Patalsik si Tito Soto, tanggal si Ping Lacson, upo
that would greatly undermine the institution of the Senate, if not destroy.
And then what could possibly happen after that?
Well, those waiting on the wings can use that as a trigger. Pero, ikukan muna nila, ipapamprime muna nila.
Because of people's disillusionment with the Senate right now, parang feeling ko hindi, that's not gonna be enough of a trigger.
Well, depende yan eh. Kung halimbawa, iisipin ng mga tao na wala na talagang pag-asa ito. Let's go out of the box. Let's explore other possibilities. Kaya nga, yung proposal ni Senator Alan Peter, Ambassador of Jesus Christ Cayetano, ay resign all eh. No? Dahil, it's a classic throw the baby with the bathwater. Resignin mo na lahat. No? Dahil, di naman pala ako magiging Senate President. No? Ikon mo na.
Which again, has no legal basis.
For example, isipin mo, kunwari, tanggal nga si Tito Soto, tanggal si Ping Lacson, upo yung kung sino man.
Tapos ganyan yung ICI.
Oo, ganyan yung ICI. Naggalit yung mga tao, nag-rally, nagmalakihang rally. Wouldn't that be a perfect opportunity for somebody to jump in and say, I am here to save the day?
Yun nga, man on horseback. It's the man on horseback.
But there's no man on horseback in sight at the moment. That's the thing.
Who knows?
Who
knows? Dahil under suspicion nga yung Armed Forces Chief of Staff, si Bronner.
Right, pero the other part of what Manny wrote, remember, he said, generally speaking, the Armed Forces doesn't like Sarah.
Yes.
So
they might want their own group.
Ang mangyayari nga, sila na. Sila na. Ang problema kasi last time, according to Manny Mugato, kinaquote natin si Manny Mugato.
Siya na lang yung source.
There were no people on the streets na that huge. Malay mo, next time, it will be much bigger. With or without that influential religious group.
Kaya? Even without them?
Sana hindi naman mangyari. Nung 87, there were things like God Save the Queen. Merong assassination. 2 successful. Si Leon Alejandro at saka si Lando Olalia. Tapos may nag-fail, si Commander Dante Buscaino. No? So, may mga ganong klaseng provocation to show that the government is unraveling. Diba? To show that the government cannot hold it together. Kaya justified ang destabilization.
And then, getting it from the Constitution again. Iba na naman yan.
Wow, he has another cake. Ang special.
Pwede na mag-blow?
Wow, ano naman wish mo for that?
Dami ko ng wish eh.
Kaya nga, I'll give you another one. I'll give you another one for this.
Well, ang wish ko sana, ay hindi na ako ganun kalungkot. At nangungulila. Parang may tutol eh, no?
Parang hindi ka lonely.
Ang saya mo nga eh.
Sana all.
I get the impression hindi ka lonely na tao.